In the headlines, bandits impose 200 million naira levy on Zamfara communities. Kano court restrains Bayero 4 others from parading as emirs. Federal government says UAE has lifted its travel ban on Nigerians. And on the foreign scene, car bomb kills 9, injures 20 outside restaurants in Somalia's capital. Hello, welcome to News Update on Trust TV. I am Lilian Ogazi. And now to the news. Bandits have imposed about 200 million naira levies on several communities in Zurmi local government area of Zamfara state. Reports said that most of the affected villages were located along Kaura Namoda, Moriki town in Zurmi local government area. The residents of the villages said they are under pressure to raise these funds within a specific period. It was gathered that some villages have already paid their levies while others are scrambling to gather the required amounts. The affected villages and the levies are Yandole Kaura 15 million naira, Gidanzagi 15 million naira, Kanwa 20 million naira, Kaiwa Lambert 26 million naira, Gidan Danzara 22 million naira, Jenkerwa 16 million naira, Damfawa 16 million naira, Ruguje 7 million naira, Babani 3 million and Gidandawa 4 million naira. Earlier, we spoke to Daily Trust regional editor Yeshawa Damu, and he gave us an update on developments. Take a look.
Some of the residents have started gathering money to offset the levies enforced on those that have relations outside the state, like in states like Lagos, Port Harcourt, or Kano. They used to call them to contribute their own quota, so that together they can offset the levies. While those that don't have relations in such cities, they used to go to other places and work, get money and gather them and pay the levy. This morning I went to the police commissioner's office and I saw him. I discussed the issue with him. For now, nobody has confronted them with this issue, even though he confirmed that in the past he has heard about the issue of imposing levies on residents. But for this particular one, he said he has not been informed by either the local authorities, traditional rulers, or his people that are there. So this is the situation virtually.
All right. So, how do have you been able to speak to some of the villagers? How do they feel about this? Being that you mentioned that most of them are going to borrow money from their relatives outside the states, how do they feel about all of this?
I spoke to two people in Zurmi. Unfortunately, one of them was not among the communities that were asked to pay the levy. But he confirmed to me that some of them have come to them seeking for help to give them some money so that they can pay. And he described their situation as pathetic because they don't even know where to go to solve their own problem. They were prevented from going farms to cultivate their farms, and now a levy was imposed on them. The situation is a terrible one to most of them.
All right. So far, is this the first time this is happening, or it has happened before? Because you sound like this is something that has been happening for a while among these communities.
Yeah, it has happened. It has happened before, but it's not as big as this one, because this we are talking about 12 communities at a go. But in the past, you can only have 1 or 2 communities in a local government. But in this particular Zurmi, only 2 communities were not affected. Virtually all the rest share of levies from the bandits.
All right, initially you spoke about talking to the police earlier. So let's get back and revisit that conversation. Has any security agent or agency rather, or even the government, have they spoken about this and tried to proffer a solution so far?
No, none of them spoke about this. I asked the spokesperson of Operation Hadarin Daji yesterday. He said he was not aware of this information, of this development. And when I asked CP on phone yesterday, he also confirmed to me that he's not aware about this particular issue. So this morning to him, he said he heard about imposing levy on some communities, but this particular one, he is not aware of it.
Police command in Benue on Monday said suspected herders attacked a Guama community in Agatu local government area, killing 5 persons. The state police public relations officer SP Sewushe Anene confirmed the development in Makadi on Monday. Anene said the command had deployed additional personnel to the area to maintain peace. A member representing Agatu constituency in the State House of Assembly, Godwin Edo, also confirmed the attack but put the number of victims at 12. The lawmaker decried the incessant killing of his constituents and called on the state and federal government as well as security agencies to take proactive measures to curtail the attacks. Justice Halima Salman of the Kwara State High Court, who is presiding judge in the April 5, 2018 bank robbery at Offa Town in Offa local government area, has reserved judgment in the 6-year trial of 6 suspects in the bloody bank robbery for August 2, 2024. The presiding judge on Monday adopted final written addresses which contained argument of the 2 lead counsels in the matter, Rotimi Jacob-San for the state and Matthew Emeribe, the defense counsel. In court on Monday, the prosecution and defense teams adopted the addresses one after the other on point of law. However, the presiding judge said the August 2, 2024 date for judgment is tentative. 6 suspects, a policeman, Michael Adiku, deceased, Ayode Akimbosu, Aziz Salhuddin, Niyi Ogundiran, Ibikunle Ogunleye, and Adiola Abraham were arrested in connection with the bloody armed robbery incident. Ayode Akimbosu and 4 others are currently standing trial in the case, which began on November 11, 2018. On April 5, 2018, some suspected armed robbers attacked 5 commercial banks in Offa Town, killing over 30 persons in the process, including 9 policemen. The Kano State High Court has issued a perpetual restraining order against the Emir of Kano, Aminu Ado Bayero, and 4 other emirs of Rano, Gaya, Bichi, and Karaye, preventing them from parading themselves as emirs. The case brought forth by the Attorney General of Kano State, the Speaker of the Kano State House of Assembly, and the Kano State House of Assembly sought to restrain Aminu Ado Bayero and 4 other dethroned emirs. The motion ex parte was filed on May 27 by the counsel Ibrahim Isa Wangida, Esquire. Delivering the judgment, Justice Amina Adamu Aliyu affirmed the legislative powers of the Kano State House of Assembly. The judge emphasized the authority of the state governor to assent to such bills, thereby making them law after passage by the Assembly. The court ordered Emir Ado Bayero and the 4 other emirs to refrain from parading themselves as emirs and to surrender all movable and immovable properties belonging to the Kano State Emirate Council to the state government. In her ruling, Justice Amina criticized the conduct of the police and other security agencies involved in the case. The federal government has reached an agreement with the United Arab Emirates to allow Nigerian passport holders to obtain visas for travel to the Arab nation starting July 15, 2024. The Minister of Information, Mohammed Idris, disclosed this on Monday when he briefed State House correspondents following the weekly Federal Executive Council meeting. The announcement comes more than 2 years after the UAE suspended visa issuance to Nigerians after diplomatic rows with Africa's most populous nation. It also comes about 2 months after the UAE national carrier Emirates Airline announced the resumption of flights to Nigeria. The airline said in May that its daily Lagos-Dubai flights would resume from October 1, 2024. Emirates Airlines suspended its Dubai-Lagos flight in 2022 over its inability to repatriate trapped funds in Nigeria and the heat of the diplomatic row between the 2 countries. The All Progressive Congress APC Forum in the North Central has warned against plans by some groups and individuals to organize a nationwide protest against the administration of President Bola Tinubu. The forum said such decision would be counterproductive and harmful to the progress of the country at this moment and called on the organizers to have a rethink and retrace their steps. The forum's chairman, Saleh Mandung Zazaga, who addressed newsmen on Monday in Jos, the Plateau State capital, said those calling for the protest ought to observe the situation in the country and have a sound judgment before taking any decision. Zazaga said President Tinubu was trying his best to reposition the country on the path of growth, urging Nigerians to support him rather than distract the administration in the name of any protest. He said those calling for the protest were not doing so for the love and progress of the country, but for their own selfish reasons and to score cheap political points, adding that many of them were being sponsored by enemies of the country and the government. Still in politics, now to River State, the Martin Amewule-led House of Assembly has shut down all expenditures of the River State governor until Governor Siminalayi Fubara presents his budget before the House. This follows a 7-day ultimatum the lawmakers gave the governor to present his budget before the House. The leaders of the House, Major Jack, raised a motion informing the House about the expiration of the 7-day ultimatum given to the governor to present the 2024 budget before the House. After deliberation, the House voted to shut down the River State Consolidated Revenue Account, thus preventing Governor Fubara's administration from spending any money on behalf of the state. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetoku, on Sunday ordered an immediate suspension of the proposed enforcement of the ECMR, initially scheduled to commence on July 29th. The suspension, the IGP said, is to give ample opportunity for mass enlightenment and education of all citizens and residents on the process, benefits, and effectiveness in solving the challenge of vehicle-related crimes and protection of individual and corporate vehicle ownership. A statement issued by the first Public Relations Officer, Olumuyiwa Adejobi, said following the reconfiguration and commencement of the electronic central motor registration process, the police has deemed it necessary to highlight the benefits and effectiveness of the ECMR initiative, which is designed to ensure the safety and security of all types of vehicles, including motorcycles, by collecting data imputed into the system by vehicle owners and acting on such to flag the vehicles if reported stolen. The ECMR will provide a first-hand database to the force for curbing vehicular crime, as dedicated officers can access real-time comprehensive data of every vehicle on their tablets. This is news updates coming to you from Trust TV. Coming up, tech experts warns of dangers associated with crypto mining in Nigeria amidst new trends. More news when we return. Do stay.
Are you in search of a top-tier studio equipped with state-of-the-art gear for your next productions? Look no further than Trust TV. At Trust TV, we pride ourselves on offering a sizable studio space, furnished with cutting-edge equipment, perfect for podcasts, video productions, and audience-based shows. From professional cameras to advanced lighting setups, we've got everything you need to bring your vision to life. And the best part, our rates are affordable without compromising on quality. Ready to elevate your productions? Contact Aisha at 0803-646-3018 to book your studio at Trust TV today.
You are welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is news update coming to you from Trust TV. Let us take a look at our headline stories again. Bandits impose 200 million levy on Zamfara communities. Court restrains Bayero, 4 others from parading as emirs. Now to the news. As Nigeria battles yet another outbreak of cholera, the gaps in basic amenities like inadequate safe drinking and poor sanitation practices have been identified as major challenges. Now in this report, Trust TV, Halima Aminu takes a look at the recent outbreak and its impact in Kano. Her report.
Over the years, the lack of access to clean water, poor environmental hygiene, and contaminated food are believed to be the primary causes of cholera among residents in Kano State.
We are advising, we are mobilizing, we are sensitizing the good people of the Nigeria to be very, very care about what they are eating and how to prepare the foods, where you keep the foods, how you store your foods. Even from the planting, harvesting, transporting, storing and preparation up to the end of final consumer.
I think the best way to control cholera is for people to try and clean their environment regularly, make sure we eat good food. And as for me, I'm trying my best to see that I eat good food and clean my environment regularly.
According to health experts, several people are being killed as a result of cholera, which is believed to be a preventable disease among communities in northern Nigeria.
Our scared part of it is what we call the food additives. Food additives is a substance that you used to add to enhance flavor, to enhance, to enhance flavor, to enhance color, to enhance texture and others. So all these substances, when you consume it in a large amount, it can even lead or induce diarrhea. And diarrhea is part of sign of cholera, is part of outbreak of the cholera.
Dust and flies common in roadside environments can carry cholera bacteria and contaminated food. The open nature of many roadside food stalls makes it easy for such contaminants to come into contact with food.
The food is being covered and protected from the contamination of flies, because flies can even, transmit a cholera outbreak. Because if somebody having a cholera and there is microorganism in that stool, they can even easily transmit from one place to another.
Be that as it may, cholera is believed to be a preventable disease by addressing the root cause of contaminated water, unsafe food handling, among others. Halima Aminu, Trust TV News, Kano.
Financial experts has warned Nigerians, especially the crypto miners, to be cautious with any website shared to them as a blockchain for decentralized digital currency. They disclosed this in a chat with Trust TV on the engagement of Nigerians in crypto mining using their mobile phones without measuring the risk involved. Trust TV's Adamu Imam reports.
Different scholars say the attention of digital currency globally is as a result of the fourth industrial revolution, which they said are destructive in nature. Against this backdrop, a financial expert based in Bauchi, Daniel Paul, expressed concern over the rate at which Nigerians are participating in crypto mining.
So I think it is an alternative way, but I'm scared based on my own opinion, because you see, we had the experience of this blockchain technology. There was one that came the other time, MMM, and suddenly it collapsed. So it is an alternative way for the lazy youth to get money that they don't want to use their own strength or innovative or idea.
Some of the potential digital miners who shared their experiences said despite the challenges involving cryptocurrency, it is better to participate in mining than complaining.
It is the way that can keep our people supplanted to make our safety flow. But what our people there try to supposed to do when you are doing their crypto, if you are funding the money according to this crypto, try to find it to make it through your own business. So like even you are doing farming, so when you get money, try to go out to do farming to build our future target. Here I have met a lot of people who became friends. We are meeting so different type of people, and then it also have pulled people from their crannies where they commit those atrocities back to where people are. It means that people will not longer be doing some secret things there. Even if they are hiding, they will definitely come out to seek information from what most of these things they are crypto agencies projects. So I think that is credible and then encouraging in this economic crisis.
51 note points. I'm very, very happy about that money that I'm getting from the note coin. And I use that money now. I buy this phone and others and I change my phone. So it's no need that people, when you see people as doing something, it's no need to come in to embarrass them without any standards. You have to come in and meet them. Then you will learn how they are taking, they are doing their things. Maybe you can get this another knowledge.
Expert urge crypto miners to seek knowledge of the trade so as to be properly guided. Adam Imam, Trust TV News, Bauchi.
And in business, Nigeria's headline inflation rate has increased to 34.19% in the month of June. A report by the National Bureau of Statistics added that food inflation also increased to 40.87% on a year-on-year basis, which has 15.62 points higher compared to the June 25.25% recorded in June 2023. Now, according to the NBS, the rise in food inflation was caused by increases in prices of garri, guinea corn, bread, yam, groundnut oil, palm oil, amongst others. Food inflation was higher in June 2024 at 2.25%, which shows a 0.26% increase compared to the 2.28% recorded in May 2024. NBS reports revealed that food inflation was highest in Bauchi at 43.95%, Kogi 39.91%, and Oyo 39.15%, while in Borno 25.90%, Benue 27.52%, and Katsina 29.21% recorded the slowest and lowest rise in headline inflation on a year-on-year basis. And now away from Nigeria, the death toll from a car bombing at a cafe in Somalia's capital, Mogadishu, that was packed with football fans watching the Euro 2024 final has risen to 9, security sources said on Monday. Witnesses described scenes of panic and chaos after the powerful blast late Sunday, with people scrambling for safety and the main entrance to the cafe destroyed by the blaze. Mohammed Yusuf, an official from the National Security Agency, said 9 civilians were killed and 20 others wounded in the explosion, raising the official toll of 5 given by police late Sunday. No group has claimed responsibility for the bombing, but the state-run Somali National News Agency said on Sunday it was carried out by Al-Qaeda-linked Al-Shabaab terrorists. Images posted online showed a huge fireball and plumes of smoke blowing into the night sky as the explosion ripped through the cafe. Florida judge appointed by Donald Trump has dismissed the criminal case against the former president on charges of mishandling top-secret documents. The judge also said that special counsel Jack Smith was improperly appointed. The decision is a huge victory for Trump, who had been accused of endangering the national security by holding on to top-secret documents after leaving the White House. Judge Allen Cannon made her ruling after lawyers for the 78-year-old argued for a partial stay of proceedings to allow for an assessment of Supreme Court ruling that a former president has brought mutiny. It comes as Trump is set to be announced as his party presidential candidate at the Republican National Convention, days after surviving an assassination attempt at a rally in Pennsylvania. In the Florida case, Trump was facing 31 counts of willful retention of national defense information, each punishable by up to 10 years in prison. He's also faced with charges of conspiracy to obstruct justice and making false statements. Trump allegedly kept classified documents which included records from the Pentagon and CIA unsecured at his Mar-a-Lago home, a thwarted effort to retrieve them. And in sports, former Super Eagles captain Silvanus Okpala has said the next Super Eagles coach must qualify the team for the 2026 World Cup. The West Africans have so far failed to record a win in the qualifiers after 4 games. The 3-time African champions are second bottom in Group C with 3 points. The Nigerian Football Federation is still hunting for a new foreign coach to revive the fortunes of the team. The Super Eagles will host Zimbabwe when the qualifiers resume in March 2025. And with that, we've come to the end of the news update here on Trust TV. Do well to follow us across all our social media platforms for more news, programs, and documentaries. Thanks for watching. I am Lilian Ogazi.